Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Milwaukee Brewers.
He's like the most dominant pitcher in the world right now. This guy has the potential to be something special.
Triple-digit fastballs, devastating strikeouts, packed ballparks rising to their feet with every pitch.
Got him. Through a fastball by him at 101.
What began as promise has become dominance.
And this guy is something else.
And with every start, the legend keeps growing.
We are witnessing brilliance.
And he got him, Mizorowski.
The rise of one of baseball's most electrifying young arms.
Struck him out. He's got a dozen.
Just when you think you can't see any more from this kid, he does something yet again.
Every outing has become must-see baseball.
He's going to make a run at the Cy Young.
Tonight, Mizorowski looks to keep it that way. Brewers baseball is next.
Major League leader in strikeouts, number 2 in earned run average. Jacob Mizorowski takes the mound for the Brewers against the Colorado Rockies in Denver. Brewers TV is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. After a wild night last night, the Brewers try and make it 2 in a row against the Colorado Rockies, and it's a Miz night that is must-watch television each and every time he takes the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Coors Field with Tim Dillard and Sophia Minnaert down in the field. Jeff Levering with you. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. And Tim, it is just amazing to watch what Jacob Mizorowski has been able to put together. Still stunned that he did not win the Pitcher of the Month award in the month of May, but he was spectacular, and he now takes his first start in the month of June.
Yeah, happy Mizorowski Day. That's what it feels like every time he goes out to pitch. It's stop what you're doing. You got to watch baseball. You got to watch Brewers baseball. And yeah, maybe he wasn't the NL Pitcher of the Month of May, but it doesn't take away from what this kid was able to do. How about 38 and a third innings pitched, the most in any month in his short career? And I think this has a couple of things. Number one, he was economical with his pitches, and the organization's allowing him to go back out for multiple innings. Listen, only 4 pitchers in May had more strikes thrown than Mizorowski. That is the difference. Just since April to May, it has been strikes. This guy's stuff is electric. Now he's filling up the zone more than ever. That's why he had such a merry month of May. But if this force continues into June, we're witnessing something that we've never seen before.
That's our Johnson Financial Group player profile. He's got some great names underneath him right there, and Johan Santana and Nolan Ryan for earned run average and 50 or more strikeouts. As we bring in Sophia Minnaert down in the field, this stuff just does not come up on game day either. It's the diligence that he puts in between starts too, Sophia.
Yeah, that is absolutely true, Jeff, of just how much work he has put in on his body, on his craft, and he expects to be dominant every time that he takes the mound. So as he gets ready to face the Colorado Rockies here, making his first start at Coors Field, I think we're all anxious to see just how his stuff plays here, and could be a really fun matchup. We know the strikeout numbers for him, 108 on the season, 74 on the fastball for him, and now he's going up against a Rockies lineup that has the highest swing rate and the highest chase rate in all of Major League Baseball. So Miz will find out pretty early how his stuff is working here. He says, you know, he goes out, he warms up in the bullpen, but it's not until he gets out on the game mound that he really knows what he has that day. Here's what he had to say about his process.
Yeah, it's definitely huge. You know, also the factor of feeling the altitude with that as well. So, no, I mean, body, movement, all of it. It's all important. I think it's pretty much first pitch. I mean, the bullpen never translates for me. You know, sometimes in the bullpen I feel like I have everything, and then all of a sudden you go out on the mound and it's like, where'd it go? So, no, it's usually like the first pitch of warm-ups and on the mound, on the game mound I should say, that I really feel like it's locked in. I mean, I think the biggest thing is just taking a breath. I think that, you know, most of the time it's in there, I'm just like trying to rush myself, so it's like calm down, don't speed myself up. So I think that's the biggest part.
Jacob Mizorowski takes the mound here against the Colorado Rockies. Jake Bauers and the Brewers had a big comeback, their 17th of the season, scoring 8 runs across the 9th and 10th innings. We'll take a look at the comeback from last night coming up.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin.
Watch us take control. Forget all you know. Don't get comfortable. Watch us as we steal the show.
It's like we played 2 different games last night. Innings 1 through 8, 1 hit and 1 run. Innings 9 and 10, 7 hits, 8 runs, and the Brewers come away with a 9-7 victory. First win this year when trailing after 8 innings for the Brewers. And today, you get to watch Jacob Mizorowski toe the slab in Denver. Curious to see what his stuff looks like tonight in the thin air of Colorado as he takes on the Colorado Rockies. Brewers TV presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Another great night here in Denver with Tim Dillard and Sophia Minner. Jeff Levering aboard, expecting another big crowd tonight. Had a near sellout last night. As the Brewers still in top spot in the National League Central. Been dominant here on the road of late. And looking for win number 39 on the season. The starting lineup today is brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Christian Yelich leads it off. He's doing the DHing. Jackson Churrio's at center. Bryce Terang is at second base. William Contreras does the catching again. Jake Bauers, 3 more hits, including a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs late in the game. He bats 5th in left field. Andrew Vaughn's at first. Sal Frelick is in right. Joey Ortiz at shortstop. David Hamilton is over at third base and bats 9th. The Brewers will face a new arm today. Zach Agnos was not on the roster yesterday. The originally scheduled starter went on the injured list before the game yesterday with a hip issue, so Agnos will make the start for Colorado. And Brewers last night again had mustered just 1 hit against Feltner and the rest of the Rockies bullpen. And Tim, they just started to come alive late in the ball game.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just felt like it was time. Jake Bauers was talking about they're in the dugout. They're like, the going talk was, let's go. Now's the time. Some urgency there. And I think Ryan Feltner was just so sporadic in everything that he threw. I think it just kept the Brewers off balance. And then as soon as you go to the bullpen, all you have to wait for is one mistake. And that came with Senzatella in the 9th inning when he threw the ball in the center field. And then the Brewers were like, yep, that's all we needed. And then there was kind of a shellacking after that. I know the Rockies put up a comeback, but pretty amazing stuff by the Brewers. They're never out of it. That's how it feels.
Pat Murphy chatting with Christian Yelich before Agnos takes the mound, making a spot start. It'll be his 2nd start for Colorado. He was really good in his previous spot start against the Arizona Diamondbacks, 5 scoreless innings. But he is coming off of 2 appearances, Tim, that are very lopsided in the runs allowed column.
Yeah, the 25-year-old, he's made 30 relief appearances, but his last 2 probably back-to-back worst outings of his career. Last 2 appearances, he did face the Dodgers and the red-hot Giants, but 3 innings, he gave up 13 hits. That's pretty tough, hard to swallow. 9 of those were extra base hits, and 9 of 13 of those were on the first 3 pitches. He only struck out 3 and had a couple of walks, so that's why you're seeing the inflated ERA. Before that, the last 2 outings, he's actually been throwing the ball pretty well. They called him up here to get the spot start against the Brewers today.
Defense behind Agnos.
Troy Johnston back out in left, Jake McCarthy in center, Tyler Freeman in right. It's Karros, Tovar, Julian, Rumfield, and then Brett Sullivan would push in the buttons for Agnos, as Hunter Goodman will be doing the DH for the Colorado Rockies.
Home plate umpire tonight is Stu Sherwater. Junior Valentine is over at first. Jordan Baker is crew chief over at second base, and Rob Drake is at third. That's your umpiring crew for tonight's game. The temperature's got near 90 degrees in Denver today. Just a preview of what's to come in Las Vegas. The Brewers go take on the Athletics at the beginning part of next week. This game tonight, day game tomorrow, and then off to Vegas to take on the A's as Christian Yelich digs in against Agnos. Scheduled first pitch time 7:10, so fashionably late for a second consecutive night here in Denver.
They got to fix that clock in the Rockies dugout.
First pitch brought to you by Aurora Healthcare. It's on the way to Christian Yelich. And it's a strike on the outside corner. Off we go. Yelich 0 for 5 last night. Was hit by a pitch to open up the game. A very rare mistake from Feltner last night. Yelich bangs one foul. It's 0-2.
Yeah, that was Feltner's first hit by pitch. That was the first hit by pitch for Christian Yelich. Thought the game was going to go one direction, and then for 8 innings, base runners were at a premium.
The Brewers didn't have a base runner until the 7th after the second inning. Flip the script tonight. 0-2 is low with a splitter.
He goes to that splitter about 10% of the time, but also mixes in a sweeper and a slider. You can see there the fastballs, 3 different versions: cutter, 4-seam, and sinker. Uses that around 60%.
Yelich again, spit on the splitter. Play him straight up in the outfield. 2-2 on the way from Agnos. 3-2. Jackson Churio waiting. Bryce Terang after. Fouls it back. Stays alive. 96 on the fastball from Agnos.
Oh, one thing he does really well is doesn't give away a lot of free passes. So I think that's why he's trying real hard to make sure that Yelich has something he's willing to swing at and put in play.
Going away on 3-2. And he hits up first base line. Foul. Doing what he's supposed to do in the leadoff spot. See a lot of pitches.
He's been doing a good job. Brewers are 7-3 when Yelich is in that leadoff spot.
Stu Sherwater doing some field maintenance around the plate area.
First time I've seen him with a mustache. It's a good look.
Stu Sherwater?
Yeah. I don't think he had it last year.
3-2 again, hit foul. Well, it's a new year and a new style for some. Pitch number 9 in the sequence. And a line shot to center field. McCarthy makes a lunging catch. That ball was scalded by Yelich. 108 off the bat, but it's out number 1.
Yeah, long count. 4-seam fastball, bottom of the zone. Scorched into center. He's been getting hit a lot on that 4-seam fastball. Really all the fastballs. Batter's hitting .362 against it.
Now Churio takes a strike on the corner. Had a 6-game hitting streak snapped last night. Went 0 for 5. And a ground ball on 2 hops to Tovar. 2 hard hit balls. Tim, how about your Miller time game plan?
Absolutely. Well, on the offensive side, big gulps, huh? Got to take some big hacks against this guy, Agnos. He's been giving up a lot of damage lately, leaving a lot of stuff over the middle of the plate. They got to take advantage of it with the extra base hits in this park and then extra gloves. This whole time, Brewers defense knows that Mizorowski's going to be on the bump. but he needs his outs. Got to turn outs into outs. We saw a miscue last night. Got to fix it.
Terang out to straightaway center field. Back McCarthy at the wall. It's 1-0 Brewers. Home run number 8 on the season. He had an extra pair of gloves the whole time. Yeah, we're in the Rockies.
Now that's a big gulp.
.444 feet away for Bryce Terang.
Now it's back-to-back-to-back scorched baseballs off the bats of Brewers. This one up and gone. Ambush first pitch. That's what I'm talking about. Especially a guy like Terang, who's been so patient for most of this season. Pitchers are going to know that. They think he doesn't swing a lot first pitch. That's going to resonate to this entire Rockies staff for the rest of the series.
Another home run to center or to the opposite field for Bryce Terang. Big boy homers. And that one is swing and a miss at the splitter. It's 1-2. Contreras last night 0 for 4. Chopper foul. The Brewers top of the order last night. Yelich, Chourio, Terang, and Contreras only had 1 hit. Combined 1 for 18. And Jacob Mizorowski has a 1-run lead as he gets locked in the Brewers dugout. Fell back and out of play.
I think out of all the at-bats we saw from Contreras last night, he was getting out very quickly. He was swinging early in counts, and he was trying to pull a lot of stuff, which we don't really see from him when he's going well, usually centered in right center.
Pop-up shallow center field out as the second baseman, and it's going to fall. A base hit for Contreras. Inning continues.
Well, 3 missiles and then a bloop. Contreras down in the count, has to swing at something. At least he was going the opposite field. He tries to pull this ball. It's a pop up to the infield or possibly a grounder to the pitcher. Hopefully that'll get him going.
Bowers 3 for 5 last night, including a couple of doubles, and drove in 3. RBI single in the 9th, 2-run double in the 10th. Two balls, no strikes. 20-pitch first inning for Agnos. Bowers right in the middle of that Brewers lineup and has been for much of the season. Leads the team with 10 homers. Leads the team in runs batted in. See if he's got a green light on 3-0. And he walks. So bloop, base hit, and then the walk, first and second, 2 away for Vaughn.
And you got to know that they're wanting him to eat up some innings after extras yesterday.
Pinch hitting last night. Vaughn, 2-run single right back up the middle. Gave the Brewers some breathing room.
Gotta love days like that. Vaughn waiting in the wings in the dugout, gets activated. Chopper up the middle, scores 2, gets a pinch runner. Perfect day.
Today starting at first base. Five in a row out of the zone. away with a cutter up in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, after the lineup yesterday that Pat Murphy put out with splits on Feltner, where righties were batting so much higher, 150 higher. We saw a lot of lefties, but today we got some righties in the lineup against Agnos, who has reverse splits. Righties batting over 300 and lefties batting around 250, which is strange to me. I feel like at any moment you got to get Vaughn in a game. I'd like to see him get more than just 1 at bat a game, almost to the point where he needs to be starting every day.
1-2 taken down and away with the breaking ball. A solo homer by Bryce Terang with 2 outs. Everything that's been hit, with the exception of the Contreras single, has been hit hard. And now Vaughn out to straightaway center. McCarthy drifting back. He's got a play on it. Makes the catch on the warning track to retire this side. Jacob Mizorowski has a 1-0 lead. He takes center stage in Denver when we come back. The major league leader in strikeouts gets it going against the Rockies.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
Bryce Terang matching his longest home run of his career, 444 feet. Colorado Rockies starting lineup: McCarthy, Freeman, Rumfield, Goodman, Johnston, Tovar, Julian, Karros, and Sullivan, all brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. They get Jacob Mizorowski. First time he's ever faced the Rockies. He's locked in. He's given up just 1 run in his last 6 starts.
Yeah, we've talked about him at length, and why? Because he deserves it all. What he's been doing is absolutely spectacular. 12 games this season, 7 quality starts. And obviously that spectacular May. Was an all-star last year, shaping up to be an all-star this year.
Coming up on a year ago today from his major league debut as McCarthy digs in. First pitch is at 101 off the inside corner, ball 1. McCarthy with 2 hits last night, including a double, stole a base. And that is slightly in at 102. 2 balls, no strikes. Maybe a hair low. So we always have the Miz tracker at 100 miles an hour or better. He's 2 for 2 so far. That one hit in the air to shallow right. Terang is going out and makes the catch, 1 away.
Yeah, all right, let's check out the Brewers defense, brought to you by Landmark Credit Union. Bowers out in left, Churio in center, Frelick in right. Hamilton, Ortiz, Terang, and Vaughn around the infield, and Contreras pushing the buttons for Jacob Mizorowski.
Been the Bryce Terang show so far in this first inning. And Tyler Freeman, 9-game hitting streak, takes strike 1 at 102. Was 1 for 4 and drove in a run last night. Did Freeman, an RBI ground out in the first inning. Always from the stretch. From a slider and missed. Curious to see what his stuff does at this elevation, Tim. The cutter, the slider, the curveball.
I was just thinking, I think he's trying to see what's going to work. Last time out in Houston, that kind of atmosphere, everything was moving.
Ground ball to second base. Terang takes care of it. Fastball at 103. Last 7 first innings, the average velocity right around 102 miles an hour. He's not allowed to run in the first inning. He's allowed just 1 hit. Surprise, surprise, it was just a single. 14 strikeouts and 4 walks. Again, those are just the first innings of his last 7 starts. 1 extra base hit allowed in his last 9 starts. Just been incredible. Swing and a miss at the fastball at 103. Ground ball to second base, and it's Terang who's going to take care of everything in the inning. No strikeouts, but an 8-pitch inning for Jacob Mizorowski. All the cheese here in Denver. That's signed by Pat Murphy and Sophia Minert. At least that part of the triangle of the cheese. Very good inning from Jacob Mizorowski, pitching at contact. Just an 8-pitch first inning. Agnos gets back to work, and Sal Frelick takes ball outside. 27-pitch first inning. It started with a 9-pitch at-bat with Christian Yelich in the top half of inning number 1. Frelick's been swinging the bat better here of late in the month of June. Batting average near 400 this month.
7 for 18, 3 runs scored, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, and more walks than Ks. Ouch.
And they'll check the swing. He went around, and that is a painful strike. Ouch. Check swing strike that hits him. And Brad Epstein is out, and Pat Murphy is also out. Murph is stopping at Brett Sullivan. Maybe working on his material. That's a back foot breaking ball right there. Oh. I get it, Sal. Right in the back foot.
You can feel that too if you've ever had a comebacker. I remember I got hit on the top of the foot one time on the mound. I'm like, you can't even put pressure on it. Can't really do much.
Brad Epstein's trying not to smile. Murph is trying to give Sal the business. Sal's not going to go anywhere. He's hurting, but he's not going anywhere.
Well, the guy that wears no elbow guard, no shin guard, which no one's going to wear a back toe shin guard. But he's as tough as they come.
Well, now he knows what the slider looks like. Up and away.
Can't believe he didn't throw it again.
I was
pitchers.
Just going to ask you that.
I would say a high percentage of pitchers are like, whatever, I'm doing it again.
Going right back in there. Ground ball, second base, and he is fighting his way up towards first. It's a 4-3 ground out, 1 away in the second inning. Keep an eye on how he's moving over the course of the night. Joey Ortiz, I should say. I got that cheese head stuck in my head. Cheese. Denver, gorgeous.
It's everywhere we go, Jeff.
Team cheese. Thought we locked you in a basement. I got out.
Glad you did.
All right. Drew a walk last night via Joey. Fly ball to center. McCarthy spinning around a couple different ways and makes the catch. Got a quick message from Potawatomi Sportsbook.
When Potawatomi Sportsbook invited me, John Kuhn, to be their spokesperson, I had to join the team. Yes! Yeah! Potawatomi Sportsbook. Your sport, our stadium.
Here's Hamilton. 2 away in the second inning. 0 for 4, walk and a stolen base last night. Fly ball to center. That's got some carry. Back McCarthy and gone. Hamilton goes deep to straightaway center into the shrubbery. It's his 3rd home run of the week.
Now we got back-to-back innings with 2 out, first pitch Jomers. This is what I was talking about. When you have a pitcher like this that's susceptible to the home run and the extra base hit, get him. Get him early. Hamilton comes out swinging, ambushing. Another 4-seam fastball, middle.
Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run. They're coming in bunches here for Hamilton. 2 to left, 1 to center. Here's Yelich. He hit a bullet to center field. Comes up empty on the sweeper. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1.
That ball sounded different off the bat of Hamilton.
It was scorched. Yelich towards left. That'll peel foul. A couple of home runs here for the Brewers against Agnos. He's given up just 6 home runs on the season. Yelich fouls it away. Again, a 9-pitch at bat and to lead off the game in the first.
Well, I think the Brewers probably looked at some of the stuff I looked at. Looked back at the 13 hits he had given up in his last 2 games in the big leagues, and 9 of the 13 hits were on 3 pitches or fewer, which means batters are going up there knowing he's going to throw some meaty strikes in the first few pitches, and you got to be ready to swing.
Another lengthy at bat for Christian Yelich, going the distance. And he draws a walk ahead of Jackson Churio. Second walk by Agnos. And for David Hamilton, 3 homers in the last 9. It all started in the game in Houston. He went into the Crawford boxes, then went to the opposite field in Milwaukee for his first home run. And now straight away center field in Denver. Slow roller, third base side, tough play. Carroll's bare hand pickup, throw to first is in time. Holding up play for just a moment. Rockies are leaving the field. The Brewers not going anywhere anytime soon. We'll see if Pat Murphy wants to challenge. They will not. Close play doesn't go the Brewers' way, but they add one more as David Hamilton hits his 3rd home run of the season. Gives Jacob Mizorowski a 2-0 lead. Right into the shrubbery. A mere flesh wound.
Made easy.
Jacob Mizorowski back on the mound for his inning. A 2-1 lead now for him, thanks to home runs by Bryce Turang and by David Hamilton. And the Brewers making another roster move. Our Frederick Medical College of Wisconsin injury report. Unfortunately, the rookie lefty Brian Fitzpatrick lands on the IL. Terrible scene for him here last night. He was warming up for his 2nd inning of work, had to leave the game. He lands on the IL with a left elbow injury. He had an MRI here in Denver this morning. That did reveal a UCL sprain, so he will get that image reread by the Brewers physicians, get more opinions on that. For now, we know that it is a UCL sprain for Fitzpatrick. So another lefty, Drew Rom, has been called up to take his place, guys, and he will be getting his first taste of Major League Baseball since 2023. He had 8 games with the Cardinals. He's had a shoulder surgery in 2024, a setback with a forearm injury, but he was pitching really well with the Nashville Sound, so now he gets his opportunity.
Thanks so much, Sophie. It was a really scary situation watching Fitzpatrick getting ready last night after he'd thrown a scoreless inning, and he's getting ready to go out there for a 2nd frame, and you could just feel the pain from Fitzpatrick. Again, second opinion, I'm sure, from the Brewers team doctors. A swing and a miss as Goodman is down on strikes for a strikeout for Jacob Mizorowski.
Just nonchalant, 103 miles per hour. He's going to be out of the zone, but Hunter Goodman couldn't hold up.
Monday pitch cast. First K of the night for Mizorowski. He's 4 up and 4 down. Troy Johnstone is the batter. Goes after that first one, and he was late. 102 on the fastball. Thrown just 1 off-speed pitch so far. Ground ball towards the middle, off of Mizorowski's foot, picking it up bare hand, and no play. It's a base hit. Johnstone goes down after he tripped on the bag. It clipped Mizorowski. They're going to check and make sure that Johnstone hit the base. Home plate umpire checking on Mizorowski. And Brad Epstein's going to go out and check on Miz too. Comebacker off the bat of Johnstone was not hit overly hard, but you got to check on him. Let's see where this gets Miz. Yeah, calf.
Left calf. Popped it up. And there's 2 times, you get hit.
So he tripped. Did he ever get the first base bag? That's the other part of it. That's what the Brewers are contending.
If he did, he got the very back part of first base, because you could tell he stepped short at the beginning of first base. As far as Miz, like, there's 2 types of pitchers that get hit. You get hit, and then it's where's the ball? And then there's times when you get hit and you're like, I'm hurt. I think the other day we saw Grant Anderson take a line drive off the throwing arm, and he was like, I don't really care where the ball is. Like, I'm hurt. I've been to a lot of those, so I can speak into it. But when you know you're okay, you're like, where is that ball? I want to get this guy out.
And this seems to be okay. Again, Johnstone, does he scrape the base right? Oh yeah, right there. He did just clip the top barely.
Well, that's not how they instruct you to run to first base, kids.
So the first hit of the game for Colorado, an infield single in this second inning. Tovar the hitter. Ground ball to short. Ortiz goes to second, one on to first, double play. Another quick and easy inning for Jacob Mizorowski. Another 7-pitch frame for Miz. He's through 2 innings. Brewers roll it up. Ortiz, Terang, and Vaughn.
Now at Brewers.com.
Getting treated to another gorgeous sunset here in Denver. 2-0 Brewers on a couple of solo homers. One by this man, Bryce Terang, who takes a first pitch breaking ball for a strike. Terang now 9 for his last 18 at the plate. Wave and a miss at a split. Mizorowski using his defense today, just 1 strikeout for Miz. A 7-pitch first, a 7-pitch second.
Sometimes you need those extra gloves.
We're in the Rockies. It's up and away.
Well, Bryce Terang alone made all 3 outs in the first inning, and then turned that double play to end the second inning. And you got to have that stuff. Turn outs into outs. Mizorowski 6 outs on 15 pitches.
And Terang down on strikes.
Hey, don't miss a William Contreras trading card bobblehead giveaway at the Brewers game Saturday, June 13th, courtesy of Nicolay Water. Get yours by being one of the first 25,000 fans through the gates. Grab a ticket at brewers.com/tickets.
Contreras a bloop single. Lines one to right. Barely had to move is Tyler Freeman. 2 quick outs in the third. This is when the Brewers have done their damage, though. Pair of solo homers with 2 outs.
With a left-handed batter in the box, hunting first pitch. The suspense is killing me. I hope it lasts.
Drew a walk in the first inning. One of 2 walks from Agnos. And there's a strike. You just dropped Willie Wonka on me? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just checking.
I will say this. Almost every single Brewers batter that is taking a pitch from Agnos, their timing is there. If you're watching how they're loading and where they're, if they decide to pull the trigger and swing, and they don't, and they take a pitch, they are on it. It's not like they're getting their foot down late or putting it down too soon and not ready.
Bauer's so quiet as he's in the box. And that's ball 4. So he draws a walk with 2 away. Third walk issued by the Rockies starter. Andrew Vaughn flied out to the wall in deep center. A lot of Brewers fans at the ballpark tonight. There was a lot last night. I would say it's double this evening. That's inside.
People flying in to see Mizorowski. Definitely must see TV. Got to stop what you're doing and watch.
That's the first. Bauer's back. Wave and a miss. Bullpen's moving for Colorado. Castano, he was getting loose last night. A good start from Feltner. Bullpen's in good shape for Colorado. Probably the only guy not available since Atella, one would think. Around 40 pitches in his inning and 2/3.
Yep. Lagnos threw 71 pitches earlier in the season. That's his most so far in the big leagues.
Vaughn into right center for McCarthy. Drifting now. Makes the catch in the gap. The Brewers are finished in the 3rd. More Miz on the other side.
Taking care of our own.
Tim, take a look at this last night. Jacob Mizorowski, as the Brewers are shaking each other's hands. Look at what he does here on the mound.
I love this. You know, he's never pitched here. He's heard all the whirlwind of talk and what it looks like, and he wants to go visit the mound just to kind of see what it looks like, what the backdrop looks like, the consistency of the dirt, so he can visualize probably last night or today on what it's going to be like being out there.
That's after 250 pitches have been thrown on it. Here's a bunt attempt, and it's foul. So he's the guy that gets the break in the mound now. So why was it important for him to do that last night after a game had been played, as opposed to trying to do it this morning or this afternoon?
Well, a lot of times they won't even let you on it. They got a tarp over it. There's a cage that's out, and they don't want you being around it. So I think for him, he knew he was going to be pitching under the lights. He kind of wanted that feel, I think, just for visualizing and what it looks like, because the last thing you want to do is face a hitter and you go to step on a mound and it's the first time you've ever stepped on that mound.
I'd never seen that before.
Really? I had an old crusty pitching coordinator back in the day. He used to yell at us bullpen guys to go and do that.
After games?
Everywhere we went. Not really after games, but if you go to a new city, you need to go and see what it looks like. But again, they always cover it with a tarp, so you're always kind of like, you don't get the full look at it. But props to him. I don't know if he was prompted to do that or if he took it on his own accord to go out there and just get a feel for what it's like.
2-1 Julian is inside. He's been yanking the fastball a bit. Did throw a changeup to Julian in the second pitch. It was the first time he'd thrown a changeup in almost a month to the day. 3-1. And that's right down the middle of 102.
Well, there was a lot of changeup success early in the ball game yesterday. I wonder if he's just trying to insert his pitches in different spots just to see how they're going to play today.
Three-2 to Julian. Struck him out. Boy, did he tie him up with a cutter at 100. Second strikeout. Mizorowski, this is pure filth.
I mean, that got in and out of the zone so quickly. And you can almost see the swing where Julian's, all right, I'm going to attack it down the middle. And as it gets closer to him, he's trying to change the barrel path to try to get some piece of the baseball. Comes up short.
Kyle Karros takes a strike. Threw him a curveball. First curveball that Mizorowski has thrown. Props to StatCast for properly identifying the cutter. We were talking about that in his last start in Houston, where they were still calling that cutter a slider.
It's a pretty hard slider at 100. But honestly, it had that look to it.
Karros takes wide at 103. Lined at foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another one at 103.4. This season entering today, 100-mile-an-hour pitches, 366 of them from the Brewers. Miz has thrown all but 16. Oh my goodness. Fly ball center field. Backing up is Churio, and he'll make the catch short of the warning track. Check in with Sophia's got more on Miz.
Well, you guys were talking about him getting out on the game mound last night, and that's really what is most important for him in terms of figuring out where his command and his stuff is that day. He spoke to me about that yesterday. He goes out and he does his pregame bullpen, and he tries to throw probably 5 pitches or so of each of them, so around 20 pitches in total, but it's really not until he gets out on the game mound. But he said once he's out there, he can tell pretty quickly where the stuff is, and obviously establishing the fastball, most important for him.
So popped up to the left side. Ortiz makes the catch about 6 feet into the outfield grass. Another quick and easy inning for Jacob Mizorowski.
Simple human sense.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Miller Lite. Taste you can depend on. And by Northwestern Mutual. Discover a better way to money at northwesternmutual.com. Brewers back to work. They will have a new arm. Right-hander Blas Castano comes in for a 7th time for Colorado. Faces the bottom part of this Brewers order. Frelick, Ortiz, and Hamilton. So 3 innings from Agnos. He threw 27 pitches in the first inning. Mizorowski's thrown 27 pitches in the game. Couple of solo homers for the Brewers. Hamilton and Terang all with 2 outs. Chopper to first. Run field races to the bag and beats Frelick there. One away for Ortiz. Fly to the wall in center.
I think the Rockies, this was the plan all along. Once they scratched their starter that got sent to the IL and call up a guy to do that spot start, it becomes a bullpen day. Sometimes those are very effective against lineups because every at bat you're facing a different pitcher with different stuff.
2 hopper out to Tovar. He throws out Ortiz. 2 quick outs in the 4th. Hamilton went to straightaway center field in the 2nd inning for his 3rd home run of the year. Stuff for Castano. So he homers and then squares around to bunt.
Right on cue.
Leads the big leagues with 10 bunt hits. Lines one to left, and it will fall for a base hit. 2 for 2 for David Hamilton in the 9 spot.
So that's 4 straight innings for the Brewers with 2 outs. Get a man on base. Home run, walk. Now a single. Fastball almost middle. I mean, textbook swing, go to left field. Able to get on the grass before Johnston is able to do much with it.
See if he tries to take off with Yelich at the plate. And there's strike 1. Hamilton, the team leader in stolen bases with 14, picked up 1 last night. Yelich got jammed. That's going to fall for a base hit. Back-to-back base hits to left for the Brewers. First hit of the series for Yelich.
Yeah, a little off the knuckles on a cutter in. There's a lot of real estate when you're playing in the Rockies. The outfielders are so deep and there's so much grass behind the infield. And balls like this that maybe are caught in different ballparks, yeah, they turn into singles. We saw Sal Frelick hit a ground ball to right center for a double yesterday.
2-out RBI opportunity for Churio. 0 for 2, couple of ground outs. And takes a strike at the knees. Strike 2. Went sinker, went cutter. That one backed up on Castano.
Can hear the wind picking up a little bit. Seeing the jersey flapping in the wind. Not that this place needs any wind whatsoever.
0-2, missed, and a challenge from Sullivan.
Get your challenge to the pitch.
ABS challenge presented by T-Mobile. Just missed. My goodness, how close is that? Wow, less than a 1/10 of an inch. That's incredible. We've seen a few of those this year. That is incredible. If they would have switched the baseball to where the seam is right there, they'd probably get a strike.
I know, just rotate it a little bit.
Wow. 1-2. Fouled away. I don't blame Sullivan right there for attempting the challenge.
Yeah, no one's going to say anything there. I mean, you got 2 guys on base, 2 outs. You have a chance to strike out.
One, 2 is high. 2-2. Trying to win the battle, Jackson Churio. Chopper foul. Oh for 7 so far in the series for Jackson Churio. And a turn towards second base. And Churio had 5 extra base hits against the Rockies last year. A couple of doubles, couple homers, and a triple. Two. 3-2. Terang's on deck. And it's fouled at home plate. It was the 8th pitch of the at-bat. This will be number 9. Churio gives the bat a whiff.
Probably a little disappointed he missed that sweeper. That one caught a lot of plate, backed up a little bit.
Runners will take off again. And that is ball 4. And a challenge.
Challenging the pitch.
And I think Sullivan's going to win this one. That's strike 3.
Pitch and strike. 4 out of 5. 1 challenge remaining.
So the Brewers straight a couple. More Miz when we come back.
At Potawatomi.
2-0. Mizorowski's got the lead. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. This is the stuff of what it looks like coming out of the hands of Mizorowski. 100-mile-an-hour cutter, 102-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. As the pitch is a strike on McCarthy. Now, as you take a look at this, what these pitches do, how does anybody hit anymore, Tim?
It's hard. It's all probably harder than ever. But a 100-mile-an-hour cutter, it kind of wraps around a lefty. You never see that. And then it goes down as a four-seam fastball, but that had sinker action from Mizorowski, which is something I don't know if I've seen before by him. And that was the double play, first pitch to Tovar that ended the second.
0-2. And a fly ball into left. Bowers now a couple steps back, makes the catch. Leadoff man retired in this 4th inning for Tyler Freeman. Velocity by inning thus far, and he bumped it up there in the 3rd to an average of 103 for rounding up. Still all of his fastballs over 101 miles an hour. Two strikeouts thus far. He has retired the Rockies in order. Freeman fouls it away. 101 on the fastball. The beautiful thing is, Tim, is that wherever Contreras is setting his glove up for the fastball, that's where Mizorowski's throwing it.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with just watch his head and shoulders on the next pitch and watch how calm he stays. Think about like a wide receiver running to get a ball. If the head's bouncing around, the eyes are bouncing around, it looks like the ball that you're trying to catch is bouncing around. So for him, as he's thrown to the catcher, put your eyes on the glove, keep them steady, keep the head steady, keep the shoulders steady. You're able to hit your spot.
Just missed. Last one at 103 off the plate. The misses are not big misses either for Mizorowski. Got him. He threw the slider and he strikes out Freeman.
I mean, it kind of seems unfair after 3 fastballs over 101 miles an hour. 1-2 count. You have to protect the plate. You get a 92-mile-an-hour wipeout slider.
Two away from Rumfield. Bounced to second base his first time up. And the changeup misses up and away. He's leaned on the changeup a couple of times in this game. That's the 3rd that he's thrown. Maybe 4th. Still hadn't thrown the pitch in a month. It's inside. 2-0. Season pitches. He hasn't thrown 706 fastballs in this game. High pitch count. May want to get somebody loose. 2-0 Rumfield. 3-0. Threw him a cutter there. 2-0. And he walked him. A rare walk for Mizorowski. In the month of May, Mizorowski walked just 6 hitters. He's had just 2 3-ball counts in the game, has Mizorowski. And Goodman takes a strike. If you're curious on the Jackson Chourio strikeout, by the way, where the challenge came from, it came from the pitcher. We didn't see Brett Sullivan, the catcher, signal for it. It was the pitcher Castano that asked for the challenge and won it. Goodman, a ground ball to short. Ortiz goes to Terang. Getting over. Mizorowski puts up another 0. Bryce Terang scheduled to lead off for the Brewers in the 5th inning. He's already homered tonight.
Life here can be.
2-0 Brewers. Couple of solo homers. Bryce Terang and David Hamilton. Castano back to work, and that one lashed foul left side. Look at that sunset. We've been treated to some beautiful weather here in Denver in the first couple of days of the series. Day game tomorrow before heading to Vegas. Three, 4, and 5 in the Brewers' order against Castano. And that's inside. Wisconsin Lottery home run leaderboard. Bryce Terang now with 8. A couple behind Bowers. A trio down there with 4. Contreras, Yelich, and Chourio. Sanchez right in the middle with 5. There's a strike on Terang. 2-2.
Well, if David Hamilton keeps it up, he's going to be on that leaderboard.
Graphics department's going to have to come up with a new graphic sheet to add David Hamilton to it. 2-2. Line to left, and it will be caught by Johnston. Hit it on the line, but Johnston right there. Contreras a base hit and fly out to right.
Well, Contreras was kind of a late swing bloop out into shallow right center, and then next time up hit it fairly well, decent to right field. So I wonder if that's what he's thinking, get back in the opposite field mode.
The Brewers offense tonight has not been activated unless there's been 2 outs. Quick 0-2 on William Contreras. From the rooftop area here at Coors Field, that place is a party. It opens early and it is packed each and every night. Great place to take in a game. Get some good food. There's a liner to center field. McCarthy coming on and slides and makes the catch. Nice play by McCarthy.
Well, that thin air, baseball stays up a little longer at times. This ball rocketed in the center. McCarthy, great beat on it. Great catch. Wish you could have seen it. Kind of closed his eyes. It was going in. That's exactly what I'd be doing too. Every out at Coors Field is a big deal, especially with one that could have easily been a hit, or what if he misses it right there and it goes to the wall? It's a lot of running for Contreras.
Bowers has walked twice tonight. Check the swing on a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another busy night at the ballpark in Denver. 2-1 to Bowers. He is low, 3 balls and a strike. Bowers' C-flap came off of his helmet. Saw him react there as he was putting his helmet back on, and oh, something snapped. Those are just buttons. He'll be all right. Jason Shager will put some super glue on that thing in between the innings. Be all right. 3-2 coming, and it's high for ball 4. So he draws his 3rd walk of the game, another 2-out walk. And now a message from Aurora Healthcare.
1, 2, 3, Brewers! How does it feel? Amazing.
One of my best days ever.
Andrew Vaughn 0 for 2. He's got to hit it somewhere other than to McCarthy. Flight out to the center field fence and then flight out into the gap in right center. Check swing, doesn't matter, a strike anyway. Happy to report Tim's digestive tract is doing just fine today after his 3-foot-long hot dog yesterday. But he did have a pizza donut tonight for dinner.
No, I had 2 of them.
You're right, you had 2 of them.
Comes in pairs. Yeah, pizza donut. I was kind of curious on what it would taste like, and if you're thinking pizza and donut, yeah, that's exactly what it tastes like.
Was it a glazed donut?
Semi-glazed. It was good though. Good food here at Coors Field.
Toss to first. Bowers back. Glazed in cheese from the pepperoni pizza. The Helton Burger Shack out there in left. Runner goes. It's a swing and a miss, and that is the inning. Vaughn strikes out. The 2-out walk by Bowers is all. Tim's going to have another donut in between the innings. Yummy.
We all want more. But these days, the more we want is changing. Not just more power, but more confidence. Not just more details, but more warmth. Not just more.
2-0 Brewers leading the Rockies. Zip down our wire cam presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Mizorowski zipping some balls by these Rockies so far. Just 1 over the minimum through 4 innings. Johnston has the lone hit, and that is called for a ball. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. The first fastball is thrown under 100. An infield single and a walk, 3 strikeouts for Mizorowski. And that one snared by Contreras. 103.7-mile-an-hour fastball tonight in the 3rd inning. Career highest velocity in the regular season.
I know that's pretty amazing. You don't see that a lot. But to add to that amazingness is 40 pitches through 4 innings.
Yeah.
And this is what you see with a guy. He's not chasing strikeouts. He's chasing for the guy to put the ball in play poorly.
Right there to short. Ortiz has it and throws out Johnson. Low throw picked up by Vaughn. It's going to allow him to go deep in a ball game. I mean, the thing that's amazing too about Mizorowski, Tim, the last few appearances for him, he's pitched into the 6th inning every single game of the month of May. Pitch counts never got any higher than 96. 2 starts ago against the Cardinals, 7 innings, 96 pitches. Last time out, 7 innings, 88 pitches. He's been very economical, and that's still with a ton of strikeouts. He's struck out at least 8 batters in his last 8 starts.
Well, a lot of those are 3-pitch strikeouts. He leads all of baseball in that, which he should, leading all of Major League Baseball in strikeouts. But really it comes down to just throwing the pitch more in the zone.
Those 2 gentlemen in the yellow shirts, one has an M, one has a Z. We're missing an I. Where's the I?
Going to get that 3-pound hot dog.
Dotting the I and the lowercase J's. The 0-1 to Tovar. Swinging a foul.
Well, if you go from April to May, Mizrowski's had a great season. May was incredible. April was good, but one of the big differences, he cut the walk percentage in half, and he's almost 10% better in first pitch strikes, and he's even throwing more strikes. And that's what it comes down to.
That's down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, the eye came back.
The Miz.
He was just getting his friend some beverages. Is there a 4th one with an exclamation point? Strike 3 called. 102 the fastball to Mizrowski's got 4 Ks. Miz on the front, they got Ks on the back. How about this K? A backwards one against Tovar.
Stretching the down and away. Maybe there's a seam right there on the corner. Tovar's frozen.
There's Julian, who took that 100-mile-an-hour cutter and struck out back in the 3rd inning. That's on the corner. Cutter at 98. Pitch number 50 in the game for Mizrowski. 2-1. Those pitch counts are so low for Miz.
I mean, this is low for anybody. This is Greg Maddux stuff, except 20 miles per hour harder.
Yeah. Julian, ground ball to short. Nice play. Ortiz gets up, fires to first. It's wide. And Julian's trying for second base. Vaughn will put it in his back pocket. Ortiz had more time. Man in scoring position for the first time for Colorado.
It was a wonderful scoop. He's trying to do the bend and snap. I think he may have lost his footing as he was throwing. But incredible just to get a glove on this ball. It's like his left foot was supposed to move and it got stuck in the grass. Kind of air mails it off to the side.
It's a base hit and an E6. Tying run coming up, Kyle Karros. Swing and a miss. Threw him a slider on the opening pitch. All of the base hits, 2 of them on the infield. Only been 2 balls to the outfield today. Karros looks at a strike. Opponents since the beginning of May 0 for 14 with runners in scoring position against Mizrowski. 0-2 pitch. Most pitches he's thrown in an inning so far, and he's at 14. 1-2 to Karros. Check swing. They don't appeal it. Pitch was barely a ball. Line drive to right. Frelick fields it on a bounce and now gets by him. Rockies are going to get a run. Karros is into second base. It's a 2-1 game. Tying runners in scoring position. Threw him a slider. We'll await the official ruling whether it's a base hit and an E9 or a straight double.
Well, I think Frelick was like, I got to make this play, but I don't think it was makeable. This is a slider up and away. Karros, knowing he's going to be late on whatever comes out of the hand of Mizorowski, able to get it by Frelick. Frelick does get it back in, holding Karros to second base. That's going to bring out Chris Hook.
You do rule it a double. This is the second extra base hit that Mizorowski has allowed since the 19th of April.
I felt like he was being very careful with Karros, probably because last at bat he did get a slider and he hit it pretty well in the center. And some of his takes, he was taking some really close pitches. So that's back-to-back at bats where Kyle Karros has seen the ball well from Mizorowski.
Number 9 hitter Brett Sullivan tying run at second base. 2-1 game. And as well as Mizorowski has thrown the ball and as dominant as he has been, it is just a one-run game.
Well, think about what it took to get a guy on. It was an infield hit, and then there was an error for him to get in a scoring position.
Sullivan takes low, and a challenge from Contreras.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
Will it be 0-2? Yes.
The pitch is a strike. Milwaukee has 2 challenges remaining.
Trying to eliminate Sullivan, and in this 5th inning. Sullivan popped a short back in the 3rd inning. Pitch number 60 in the game, 20th of this inning for Miz. And he got him. Sullivan will challenge.
Batter is challenging the pitch.
And he will lose it. And the Rockies are going to be out of challenges. So Mizorowski
Colorado has exhausted all the challenges.
picks up his 5th strikeout. He gets Sullivan looking to end the 5th inning. 101 miles an hour, painted on the inside corner at the knees. Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest. Prevagen made for your brain. And by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Another spectacular sunset in Denver. Brewers with a 2-1 lead as Sal Frelick leads it off. Castano out for his 3rd inning of work. Brewers with just a pair of solo homers. Terang and David Hamilton, one in the 1st, one in the 2nd. They have had scoring opportunities as Brennan Bernardino is loosening for Colorado. Frelick takes inside. Remember, he had a very similar pitch that he swung at and it hit him in the back foot.
Yeah, the top of the left foot. You know, a lot of times things like that, you know, running into the wall in the outfield or getting hit by a pitch that early in the ball game, that does not go away for the rest of the game. So you know he's going to be feeling that one.
(3-0) on Sal Frelick. Sullivan missed that last challenge, so nothing left in the challenge department for Colorado. (3-1) on Frelick. And that's ball 4. Leadoff man is on for the Brewers for the first time in the game.
Hey, bring the family to the Brewers game Sunday, June 14th, and get a sliding Sal Frelick jersey giveaway for the first 5,000 kids through the gates, courtesy of Joy. Get tickets at brewers.com/giveaways. Do it now. Do it now. Let's see if he slides, gets a little dirtier.
He's on base for the first time as Ortiz takes high, ball one. It's like Brett Sullivan is getting his pitches from the dugout. We saw this in Miami, where a lot of dugouts are giving pitches directly to catchers. And Sullivan's getting his signs directly from the coaching staff. Frelick goes. This one popped up in the shallow center. McCarthy makes the play. Back to first goes Frelick. Here's Hamilton. He's homered. He's also singled. Every Brewers RBI. Northwestern Mutual Foundation funding 5 hours equivalent to $250 of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. Pitch to Hamilton, squaring and pulling it back, ball one. So there's the signals. Then we check the play call sheet on the forearm.
Yeah, we did this in college. We didn't have like the armband. We just knew what the signs meant.
Toss to first, just back in time was Frelick, and looks like Rumfield may want to take another look. And they're going to challenge the play over at first base. Quick move by Castano.
The Colorado is challenging the safe call at first base.
Jordan Baker, the crew chief, will put in the earpiece. Wintrust Bank replay review. So here's the throw. Tag up around the shoulder. Did he get the hand in there in time?
I'll say one thing. Rumfield letting the ball travel very deep before he decided to catch it. He didn't catch it out front and then try to make the tag. Watch how deep he catches it. He kind of just catches it and turns the glove over into the armpit.
We've seen a definitive look. Castano is cheering as if, yeah, I got him. Can you tell if his hand is on the bag before the tag? Rockies feel pretty confident about it, using a challenge in the 6th inning. Super slow-mo. Can you tell if those fingers are on the base, Tim, or not?
I think you can tell the first baseman slap kind of pop up on the tag before his hand's actually on it with that angle. Hard to tell, though. Nothing super clear on that end. Castano has 2 pickoffs on the season. Trying to steal another out.
You're looking at it out in New York.
Look at all the silhouettes. Everyone just peering. Everyone's looking. What do we got? What do we got?
And Jordan Baker, turn on the microphone. Here's our call.
The call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Colorado will retain their challenge.
There was enough there, just enough. Quick move by Castano. Now he's got 3 pickoffs.
Well, this changes a lot, too. You got to think that Bernardino was getting loose for Yelich in case he was coming up. Now there's 2 outs with Hamilton. I guess they think they got him upper ribs before he was able to touch first.
Hamilton trying to start something with 2 outs and nobody on base. So that leadoff man reaching via the walk erased on the pickoff, and Hamilton takes a strike. Castano has done a nice job. He's allowed 4 base runners, but nothing across in the run department.
A couple of singles, a couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts.
2-1.
He's gotten some help from defense a couple of times.
Rips it foul right off the facing of the Rockies dugout. Ground ball right side, base hit for Hamilton. He's 3 for 3. Lineup turns over to Yelich, and we'll see if he faces Castano. If Warren Schaefer wants to go to the left-hander, we'll get the left-hander, Bernardino. And pickoff helped them. Otherwise, you're looking at first and third with only one away. Instead, it's a runner at first base, 2 outs. Pitching change in Denver. Yelich against Bernardino on the other side.
Webb. Hey, make your favorite players all-stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami Baseball MLB All-Star Ballot daily, or visit MLB.com/vote. I voted today, Jeff.
Yeah, who'd you vote for?
Mostly Brewers.
Are you allowed to tell who you voted for?
You know, I really take the time to go through and look at it. Just because I feel like the guys that deserve to go should go.
The Brewers have a lot of candidates. Here's Brennan Bernardino. Faced Yelich in last night's game, got him to ground out. Yelich takes a strike.
Yeah, that ended the 9th inning. Rolled over to first base.
Throws that curveball down and away. Works from the extreme first base side of the rubber. Yelich on base twice, a single, a walk, and a line out to center. And takes the curve inside. 2-1. The Brewers have had a base runner in every single inning so far. Have just the 2 solo homers. And a toss to first. Two one coming. Yelich hit it foul, and I think he wants it back. Center square.
Fastball right down the middle. I think he got him a little surprised. Just when you throw any kind of heater after 2 really slow curveballs, sometimes that's the swings that you get. Guys are just a little bit behind because their eyes have seen something so slow back to back.
Bernardino stepped off and got a dive back from Hamilton at first base. No more disengagements. 2-2 pitch. Lined into left center field. That'll fall. Hamilton turns. He's going to get to third. It's runners on the corners with 2 away. Another base hit for Christian Yelich.
Yeah, so after being late on the fastball, he's able to keep the hands back as long as he can on the slow curveball. That's probably going to be a ball out of the zone. And just lollipops it into left. Great job by Hamilton. He kind of was nonchalant going into second and then knew right away that he was going to go to third.
Churio 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Fouled it off of Sullivan.
Churio 0 for 8 in this series. The one thing he hasn't seen is a lefty yet. He's been punishing lefties all season long.
Brewers' second best team in Major League Baseball, hitting with runners in scoring position. Sullivan getting an extra moment after getting that foul ball. 0-2 on Churio. Big run out there at third base after the Rockies just got one against Miz in the 5th. And a toss to first. Hamilton dancing off the bag at third. Churio takes low.
We got to know the Rockies are probably looking out for the third to first move. First takes off like he's going to steal. Man comes home.
Swing and a miss. Churio gone on strikes. He strikes out for his second time. Brewers strand him on the corners. Jacob Mizorowski's through 5 innings of 1-run baseball. He's got 5 Ks. He's got the top of the order coming up in the 6th. Jacob Mizorowski, you see just 2 hits allowed. Official score of that last half inning changed the Edward Julian base hit to a straight E6. As McCarthy hits one off the fist towards short. It's fielded by Ortiz, but no play. McCarthy leads off the base hit. That's the 3rd hit of the game, and another infield hit for Colorado.
They're just doing their best to put it in play when they can. This is a heater at 99 in on the hands. Doesn't hit it particularly hard, but just in the right spot.
There's Tyler Freeman squaring to bunt, and it's back to the backstop. So Miz throws McCarthy into scoring position. Again, just a 1-run game in the 6th inning. Wild pitch on a slider for Mizorowski.
3rd wild pitch on the year. Kind of does what Freeman was trying to do, get McCarthy to second base.
Now he's going to try and get him to 3rd with less than 2 outs. This was very wide.
Surprised everybody's sitting over there.
Swinging away, taking a strike.
Still triple digits in the tank. I think it was probably a combination of just sitting in the dugout for a long time. There's a pitching change.
Had a challenge.
There's a walk in there, a pickoff.
Oh my goodness gracious. Freeman gets hit in the head with a cutter. Ooh. And Miz clearly distraught. Cutter at 98 miles an hour, and it hit him right in the helmet. And Chris Hook is going to go out and chat with Jacob Mizorowski. That can rattle you. And Freeman, I think, is going to come out of this game. That's the prudent thing to do after wearing one in the helmet. We'll have a runner over at first base, Sterling Thompson. Tying run in scoring position. Go ahead runner over at first. And here's the pitch to Freeman.
Hasn't thrown a lot of pitches inside to righties at all today. You can see Freeman really trying to get out to get the outside pitch. Oh,
right in the ear flap. So we'll see how Mizorowski responds. He's got the number 3 hitter Rumfield at the plate. Again, the runner at first base is Sterling Thompson. Rumfield has walked and grounded to second base. And a turn back towards second. McCarthy dancing out there at second base.
Well, he danced and took a base in yesterday's ball game off Brandon Sproat. Mizorowski very aware.
Ball one on Rumfield. And a challenge, I believe, from Contreras.
Get to the challenge in the pitch.
Brewers with both of their challenges remaining. And they'll retain both.
Pitch to the strike. Milwaukee has 2 challenges remaining.
There's some traffic here against Mizorowski. A 2-1 Brewers lead in the 6th. Grounded foul, it's 0-2. Came back with a cutter. Reigning National League Rookie of the Month, TJ Rumfield. First year in the Rockies organization. Got him from the Yankees. Trade for a middle reliever. Oh-2. Fly ball, shallow left. Bowers is there. Makes the catch. Big first down in the 6th.
Well, great job after coming back from the hit by pitch and get the ball in the zone, getting it out. A quick one with the double play still intact as well.
Hunter Goodman 0 for 2, strikeout and a fielder's choice. Takes very outside. 1-1. Still the fastball velocity is there, but we've seen him tug on that fastball a bit more frequently these last couple innings. 68 pitches for Mizorowski. Things have happened quickly in the 6th inning. Two balls, no strikes on Goodman. Hit a home run in last night's game. 16 on the season. Three 3-0. Had that 20-pitch 5th inning. Gave up his first run of the night. It was an unearned run, but a run nonetheless. 3-0 to Goodman. And he was taking 3-1. Foul back, and he had a huge cut at that fastball. Beg your pardon, it was a cutter at 97. Johnston on deck. And Goodman uses his timeout. Mizorowski getting a new sequence from Contreras.
Yeah, I think they benefited from Goodman just not feeling comfortable wanting to take his time out because they were not on the same page of what they were trying to do, what pitch and where to go with it.
So 3-2 with one away. Here's the payoff. And he missed up and in. He threw him a slider. So the bases are loaded for Colorado. And Troy Johnston, who has an infield single and a ground ball to short today, is coming up against Mizorowski. .73 pitches. Miz trying to get through this 6th inning. Only one away. Into left, shallow. Bowers charging, makes the catch. Tagging and stopping is McCarthy. And a 1 pitch out of Johnston, 2 away.
Probably the best scenario you could come up with, a one pitch out. The guy being aggressive, seeing a lot of ducks on the pond, wanting to bring him home. Swings at a pitch he probably shouldn't have, but great job by Bowers using the foot speed. And then not even waiting around for what's going to happen. Just get rid of it, right? If you're an outfielder, you have the ball, get rid of it.
Here's Tovar, double play and a strikeout. Swinging at that first pitch and fouls it away. Swings at the first pitch almost 60% of the time.
This whole team loves that first pitch, but once you see a guy is a little bit wild or a little bit out of the zone, it's almost like, why would you be that aggressive? They may have caught a break with Johnston.
0-1 to Tovar. Ground ball to second. Terang has it and throws him out. Mizorowski gets out of it. He had bases loaded, one away. He gets the shallow fly out and the ground out, and he lets his defense go to work for him. Miz animated as always as he comes off the mound. He gets through 6 innings of one-run ball. Reset. Brewers riding a couple of solo homers from Terang and Hamilton to a 2-1 lead. Jacob Mizorowski. No earned runs, just 1 unearned run, 3 hits, and 5 strikeouts. As Bryce Terang takes a strike from Bernardino's back out there for another inning of work. Jacob Mizorowski talking with Chris Hook. He's only at 76 pitches. Haven't seen him give any high fives or hugs, so it would appear that he's going to go back out there for the 7th.
Yeah, nobody getting loose in the Brewers bullpen, and yeah, he should go back out. You know, last season he was getting limited because he was throwing the most innings he has in his career. They were cutting him short on several outings. We've even seen that a little bit this year, but in the last month and a half, they are pretty much pitching or letting him pitch to his pitch count. I'd like to see that 8th inning come around for Mizorowski. I think that's where they're slowly building towards.
He was on a great track early in this ball game. Had a 20-pitch inning that kind of derailed him. That was in the 5th. Last inning, the 16-pitch inning. Still is in a great spot.
Yeah.
As Jaden Hill is loosening for Colorado.
I think one big thing is he gets on the rocks and he was helped out by a very over-aggressive Rockies lineup.
You look at his fewest strikeouts in a game, Tim, and they're both against super aggressive teams. Toronto, 5 strikeouts. Tonight, 5 strikeouts. Early contact.
Yeah. And that's different. If you have a pitcher on the mound that's just chasing strikeouts, that's what he's trying to do, then the pitch count's going to skyrocket.
Tovar behind the bag, throws out Terang.
I think it shows a lot of maturity. A guy that has some of the hardest velocity in all of baseball is able to maintain that velocity over several innings, but yet knows that it's better to get a 1-pitch out than it is to have a 5-pitch strikeout. Now there's a time and a place for strikeouts, but I think for Mizorowski, he's just trying to miss a barrel early in the first few pitches.
Contreras fouls it away. You can see in the dugout, Miz is ready to go back out there for the 7th inning. He's locking it back in.
This place is tough. You can go out from inning to inning and suddenly you lose it. You don't know the exact adjustment on what to make. You lose a feel for the baseball or your timing coming down the mound. Saw huge misses, the wild pitch, the hit by pitch. Yeah, but he escapes.
Contreras out to left. Back at the warning track, and William goes deep. That's number 5 for Contreras, and some insurance for Miz and the Brewers. 3rd solo homer of the game.
Well, you can tell he was probably all pumped up, got his pitcher out of a bases loaded 1-out jam. Walks up there, gets a cutter, and obliterates it to left center.
Allstate good hands. Replay.
He knew it.
Jinx, tell me Coke.
434 happy feet. And now you got to face Bowers, who's had a force field around the strike zone. He's walked 3 times.
Had a 4-walk game against the Giants earlier this week. 2 balls, no strikes. Three-0 on Bowers. There's an auto take mode there. Three-1 from Bernardino. And he walked him. A 4-walk game for Jake Bowers. TJ Shook, the former Brewers farmhand, is loosening in the bullpen now for Colorado. Brewers with 3 solo homers. They had 1 game this year, Tim, with at least 3 homers entering June. The Brewers now have 2 this week. As Bowers, as we mentioned, with those 4 walks, it's his second 4-walk game of the week. And now a message from Diggers Hotline.
For 50 years, Diggers Hotline has helped protect Wisconsin residents. Contact them for free 3 or more working days before digging. Be smart. Check before you start.
Andrew Vaughn, 0 for 3. Vaughn fouls it off of Sullivan. It's the second time he's worn one.
Knocked his helmet tube loose. I think Vaughn's being aggressive. He's seeing the guys come back from hitting home runs, and he's probably thinking, I can do this.
Almost did it back in the first inning. Took McCarthy back to the wall. No crooked numbers for the Brewers yet tonight. Swing and a miss. The Brewers had the 4-run 9th and the 4-run 10th last night after they had 1 hit going into the 9th inning.
Incredible.
Vaughn takes low. And Miz will get it in the 7th. They'll face the bottom 3rd of the order.
I think it's really cool how Contreras, the way he helped out Miz in that inning and now helping him out at the plate.
Vaughn on the ground left side, base hit. His first hit of the night, the 9th for the Brewers offense.
It's back-to-back changeups there to Vaughn. Vaughn saw a cutter, curveball, and changeups in that bat. Gets his knock in the left. Gets lifted for a pinch runner and Blake Perkins.
So the Brewers setting up their defense for later in the ball game. Sal Frelick 0 for 2 with a walk and then was picked off in the 6th inning. Runners go. Throw to 3rd. Late. Bowers is in there. He got a walking lead on Bernardino.
I mean, that's a strong transfer and release from Sullivan behind the plate. Bowers just huge jump.
Wire cam presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, and sliding to the outside part of the bag. A double steal. Comes with one away. Infield comes up. And that's a strike.
And again, the Brewers putting pressure. Anytime the defense has to do this right here, opens up a lot of holes, especially for somebody like Sal Frelick, a guy that's very tough to punch out.
Ground ball right side. It's bobbled. 1 run scores. Here comes Perkins. He will score. A ball that barely trickled into the outfield grass, and the Brewers get 2. And that's going to do it for Bernardino. A 3-run 7th inning for the Brewers, and they lead by 4. Warren Schaefer going to the pen. TJ Shook is coming in. And the Brewers are looking for more in inning number 7.
Playing the party of the summer with a Brewers group outing. No matter the event, you'll score big ticket savings and a ticket rep to make your outing seamless. Visit brewers.com/groups now.
We got the is. Our M is missing, but TJ Shook is out there on the mound for Colorado. Hits his 3rd appearance. Official score ruling that last play in E3 for Sal Frelick. So no base hit, but the runs count nonetheless. Pitch to Ortiz is high, ball 1 from Shook. His big league debut earlier this year, originally a Brewers free agent signee. Shook's last year in the Brewers organization, 2024. It's down and away.
He's got a 4-seam fastball, sweeper, changeup, cutter. He's got a good look at that sweeper, a lot of bite on it.
Two 1 to Ortiz. Jammed foul. Three big runs in the inning for the Brewers. Hamilton is on deck. He's 3 for 3 tonight.
Probably deciding what he's going to do. Got to hit the left, hit the center, hit the right. Stretching the legs. Maybe he's going to get a bunt down. Who knows?
3-2 to Ortiz. Frelick goes. Line drive, foul right side. Good idea. You know he's feeling that check swing and a miss, the ball that he wore off his foot earlier in the ball game. Sal not showing it much though.
Shortened up his lead too.
Runner goes again. 3-2. Line drive right center field. Base hit. Frelick gets up. He's on his way to 3rd. Nice piece of hitting from Joey Ortiz.
Tried to do that on the foul ball before that, but ends up getting a cutter in the zone. And stays on top of it. Frelick running on the pitch, kind of had to pick up, find the ball. Ends up going to 3rd, but it's a good piece of hitting by Ortiz. As you can see how Frelick tiptoes into 2nd and then turns and burns on the 3rd, making it standing up. Good shot by our Potawatomi Sportsbook wire cam.
Nice job, Tim. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton takes away, ball 1. A lot of open space on that infield with a runner at first base being held on. And the third baseman Carroll's protecting against a potential bunt. 1-0. Down away, 2-0. Back-to-back changeups from Shook. Homered back in the second inning did Hamilton. Straightaway center field. (3-0). Yelich is on deck. Brewers are poised for a really big inning. 5 straight base runners following the home run from Contreras. And that's a strike. Bowers walked, Vaughn singled, Frelick reached on the error, and then Ortiz singled.
I'm putting the E3 in pencil as of now. They're probably going to revisit that one.
3-1, swing and a miss. It's 3-2.
But that's just an example of what the Brewers do. On the double steal, brings the infield in. And you got the guy with one of the highest contact percentage in all of baseball at the plate, Frelick. He hits a hard ground ball. The first baseman has to be in and backhand it.
3-2. Strike 3 called, and Hamilton thought about challenging and did not do it. He was ahead of the count 3-0, and Shook comes back and struck him out looking.
Just heater middle in. Good job by Shook getting back in the count.
Yelich 2 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss. Was late on the fastball.
These are the type of hitters you got to watch out for. They already got a couple of knocks in the game. Now with people on base, nothing to lose. This is where you could really lose a baseball.
Deep and straight away in the outfield. 1-1 to Yelich. Swing and a miss. He went after the sweeper. Zurowski just waiting for his opportunity to go out there in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is the 8th man to hit in the inning, plus a pitching change. Runner goes. 1-2 is a called third strike, and Yelich is challenging.
The batter is challenging the pitch.
Yelich does not challenge often. Just the second time he's challenged, and he's going to lose it for the first time. Mizorowski could not get out to the mound fast enough. He's ready to go on the bottom of the 7th. Aurora Healthcare plays of the game. This is back in the 6th inning. Struggling at the moment. Bases loaded, 1 away. Murph and Miz acknowledging, all right, let's go get it. Gets a shallow fly out to left, and then the ground ball to second base. And Mizorowski gets out of it, fired up, and he earned himself the 7th inning because of his efforts.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Your manager says you got this. 3 pitches later, you're next to him in the dugout. Impressive.
And he's got 7, 8, and 9 to deal with in this inning. Edward Julian takes a strike. Still 100 miles an hour there. Brewers defensively have Jake Bowers now at first base. Perkins takes over in center. Churio slides over to left. 1-0 to Julian. Swing and a miss. He turned over the changeup. That has become a weapon for him. 1-2 pitch. Ooh, look out. Back to the backstop at 101. That'll get your attention.
They may have to check on those ad boards after tonight's game. Make sure they're working tomorrow.
Maybe a small maintenance fee bill on Mizorowski's chair in the clubhouse. 2-2 to Julian. Got him. Threw him a curveball. Julian's gone. 6 strikeout for Miz.
Well, one thing I was looking forward during Take Me Out to the Ball game was what was Miz doing on the mound, warming up. He threw a lot of strikes. Searching for that adjustment, thinks he found it, but I think he's getting guys just on mixing up his pitches now. Change up, curveball. He's throwing enough fastballs. They've seen it.
Kyle Karros, an RBI double, takes a slider low. That was the pitch that he hit to right. Got past Sal Frelick, but it was up. There's the arsenal tonight. Mostly fastballs per usual. Got it by him. 2 curveballs is all.
I think Miz wants this at bat. I think he played this at bat against Karros last time around in his head and said, I'm going to win this one.
Seventh inning, 84 pitches, and he's still throwing 101 miles an hour. Just maintains the velocity. It's totally different from a year ago. Lands the cutter at 96. It's 2-2.
That's the pitch he probably wish he'd have thrown on Karros last time. Everything he threw in the at bat before he hit the double was away. A couple of them were down, but he saw a lot of pitches just away in the zone. He crowded him with a cutter there.
2-2. Foul back. Came back with a heater. Four-seam velocity by inning. He maxed out in the 3rd. Still averaging better than 100 miles an hour in his velocity throughout the game. Another 2-2. He tried the changeup. It's Brett Sullivan. Six Ks for Mizorowski through 6 1/3. Check the swing. Didn't go. That's ball 4. It's just the second, I should say the 3rd walk for Mizorowski. And now a message from Auto Owners Insurance.
We customize your policy, so when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered. That's simple human sense.
3 walks from Miz. And fouled away by Sullivan. 400 pitches at over 100 miles an hour this year. The 3 walks, the most since his start in Miami back on April the 19th. 50 pitches at 100 miles an hour better tonight. That's bringing it. Oh, 1. Skipped it in the dirt with a changeup. Kind of forcing that changeup right now. Before the at-bat started, Mizorowski looked into the dugout and started shaking his head inside that dugout. Like, hey, let me go do this.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a little bit more padding when it comes to a lead than he did maybe the last inning.
Lined into center field. Over is Perkins. He'll field it on a bounce. Making the turn and going from 1st to 3rd is Karros. That's the hardest hit ball of the night. Listed as a fastball at 97 miles an hour as Ashby is loosening in the Brewers bullpen. McCarthy is coming up. Look at Miz. He is telling the dugout, no, no, no. Miz wants to stay in this game.
Oh, yeah.
And watching him go back and forth with Murph. You got it? Okay. This is great. He has grown up right in front of our eyes. Now you go out and you do the job.
He's earned it. Something that wasn't going to be a thing last year, but he has earned it.
Tying run in the on-deck circle. McCarthy swings and fouls it at home plate. Strike two. Another cutter, and that was right on the corner. Big swig there from Murph. 0-2 on McCarthy. A base hit on the infield back in the 6th inning. Tough guy to double up with his speed. 0-2. Strike three called. McCarthy wants to challenge. They don't have any left. 7th strikeout for Miz.
He tries a challenge. We don't always get what we want. He's going to lose it anyway. Listen, the cutter's been working for Mizorowski this inning. He's tried some other stuff, but it always coming back to the cutter. Last several batters. Might see it a lot in this sequence as well.
So Sterling Thompson came into play in right for Freeman. Had 3 hits in last night's game, including a couple of RBIs in the 10th inning against Ashby. .95 pitches and climbing for Mizorowski. Fouled away, ball and a strike. He is leaning on that cutter in this inning. This will be the most pitches he throws in an inning. Next one that he deals in this 7th. Trying to finish his 7th inning for a 3rd straight start. Burned in a fastball at 102. It's 1-2.
After a couple of cutters, 97, 96, bumps up on 102, and you could just see Thompson's foot wasn't even down. He wasn't ready to swing. He wasn't ready for 102.
Here we go. Ball and 2 strikes. 2 men on for Colorado. Got him! Mizorowski strikes out 3 in the 7th inning. He finishes with 8. And a brilliant performance from Miz in Denver. First he freezes Jake McCarthy. This was with a cutter. And then he finishes the job on Thompson with the express at 101 miles an hour. Mizorowski through 7 outstanding innings in Colorado.
Helpful hardware, folks.
What a night from Jacob Mizorowski. Was looking into the dugout that last half inning. When he was on the ropes with 1st and 3rd, he said, no, I got it. And he proved Pat Murphy, Chris Hook, and Jim Henderson right.
It's got to feel good, too, right after that punch out looking, walking off the field. Doing exactly what you said you were going to do. I got this. I'm going to get these guys out. What a performance, once again, by Jacob Mizorowski.
Ground ball to short. Tough pick by Tovar. Gets up and throws out Jackson Chourio. Bryce Terang a solo homer in the 1st inning. Fouled it off the glove of Sullivan. Tim, get your pen out, by the way. Sal Frelick's E3 was changed to a base hit.
Yay.
Just for the record. So a couple of runs batted in for Sal. Rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Turang takes a high strike. And a challenge from Bryce. Another guy who doesn't challenge very often.
Batter's challenge for the pitch.
And he's going to be right. This is just his second challenge of the year.
Pitches the ball. Milwaukee has 1 challenge remaining.
He's 2 for 2. And a strike on Turang. No challenge there. 2-2 is the count.
You see all these challenges, you just imagine Gary Sanchez in the dugout going, yes. Slow motion nodding, yes.
Fly ball left field. Back, still back. Ball carrying out towards the wall and gone for Turang again. Multi-homer game for Bryce Turang. Give him 9 on the season.
He hit it up, he got into the wind. That's all it takes here. Probably didn't feel it off the bat, but got enough of it. Another solo bomb for the Brewers.
That's 4 solo homers in the game. Contreras has one of them. Turang with 2. David Hamilton the other. Ground ball to short. Tovar on the high hop. Throws out Contreras. Toyota drive of the game. Bryce Turang with his second home run of the night. Another opposite field homer too.
Yeah, Oppo Taco, that just has to feel good. This is a changeup. Stays back on it. It has a lot to do with not hitting it high in the air. Keeping it low like that. Wind blowing out enough. Ball just kept going. You could tell how Johnson was running back on it. He didn't feel comfortable.
Now Bowers to left. Still back, and Bowers goes deep. Well, he walked 4 times in his first 4 plate appearances. Now he was ready to swing it.
You could see the exchange from Bowers and Turang after Turang's home run. Almost like saying, hey, let it get deep. Go to left. Okay. Here, hold my hard seltzer. I'm out of here.
Maybe he was saying, I'm creeping up on you on the home run leaderboard. You better do something. That was number 11 there for Bowers. Don't look in the review mirror, kid.
Well, think about it, too. Bullpen guy coming into the game, he's looking at Bowers. This is a guy that's walked 4 times. Oh, he's going to be patient. He's going to see a lot of pitches, and he ambushes the first one. Goodbye.
Run support for Jacob Mizorowski, who kept his team in this game. Just continues to stack unbelievable start after unbelievable start. As Grant Anderson is loosening, that is a fantastic sign after he wore one off the forearm a couple of days ago. Fouled away by Perkins.
Yeah, he threw a bullpen out in right center today. Got a chance to stand above and kind of watch how everybody was talking, how everything was looking, and all of it looked very positive. Catcher Jim Henderson was out there. A lot of encouraging things. Ball seemed to be coming out of his hand really well.
Perkins strikes out swinging against Shook. Brewers go deep twice, nearly the same spot. First it was Bryce Turang going deep for the second time, and then Bowers homers for the 11th time this season. Second one of the night for Turang, and then barrel man Jake Bowers hits one out to left.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
Jacob Mizorowski tonight, unbelievable again. 7 innings, no earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts through 98 pitches. Gives way to Grant Anderson out of the Brewers bullpen. Brewer Law Office's one call, that's all called to the pen. Good to see him back out on the mound after, again, wearing a line drive off of his forearm against San Francisco a couple of days ago.
Yeah, on Thursday, just had a couple of days off to kind of see where it is, and great chance for him to get on the mound. Got a big lead just to see where he's at.
There's a change up to Rumfield. After the game, he was showing reporters where that line drive got him, and he says, "We can tell. You can see the seams right here."
It's kind of a badge of honor sometimes.
Totally. 2-1, fly ball hit to left. Churio a couple of steps back. He's there, makes the catch. Let's go down to Sophomore and Grant Anderson.
Yeah, you were just talking about how those seams left a mark on his arm. You can even still see them on his arm today, but he was really encouraged just with how he was able to play catch yesterday, was able to go through his normal program today. Murph had told us before the game that he would be available, so all things considered, just a best case scenario, and we were even joking as he was going out for his catch play, like, hey, maybe that could be a good tattoo on the forearm. Put those seams, make it permanent on the arm.
It's a good idea. There are some, as Hunter Goodman takes a strike, there are some guys, after they have the Tommy John surgery, will put seams on the scar on their elbows.
Or a zipper.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically a temporary tattoo for a while.
Just can't wash it off. On Mejia, took the loss last night getting ready for Colorado. Brewers getting runs late in this game. They were up 2-1 until the 7th. Hunter Goodman fouls it at home plate. 3 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th.
Well, a lot of times when you get hit on the forearm like that, it comes down to, do you have flexibility in that arm? Because if it tightens up and there's swelling in there, you're not going to be able to have any feel for where the ball's coming out.
Goodman swings and misses at a fastball. Jacob Mizorowski, consecutive games with 8 or more strikeouts, 1 earned run or fewer. Since 1901, him, Chris Sale, and R.A. Dickey. Knuckleballer in there.
That was Cy Young year for Dickey.
Troy Johnston takes one down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Last time Mizorowski gave up more than 1 earned run was back in April. It was the 25th against the Pirates, gave up 3. His ERA starting the game today was at 1.65. It has gone down to 1.50. Two-0 on Johnston. Fouls it back.
And Mizorowski has definitely turned the starting pitcher role into an event. You can feel it in how we prepare to watch this game, how the dugout prepares, how the guys in the field. Because they know every time he walks out there that if they play the right way, they got a really good chance at winning a ball game.
Tim, I think the most impressive thing about Mizorowski tonight was it wasn't just fastballs. It was fastballs for the first few innings. But I'd say innings 6, 7, he was throwing his off-speed stuff really well. The cutter especially.
The cutter came to the forefront tonight in maybe ways that we haven't seen it before. It was really the only pitcher I think he had a lot of command with. He missed really big with a fastball, missed really big with a slider, changeup, spiked it a couple times, but that cutter he had major control over, and was wondering if that was going to continue or not. Each at bat, that was what he threw the most strikes on, and all of a sudden he turned it into a strikeout.
It's really impressive stuff from Jacob Mizorowski tonight. And his next start will be back at sea level. Next homestand for Brewers. Probably against the Philadelphia Phillies, maybe Friday next week. Brewers return. 3-2 ground ball foul. Brewers go to Vegas tomorrow for a couple of days. We love graphics on Jacob Mizorowski. So the Mizter, nice, cute, magnificent. Last 7 starts, 5-0, 0.20 earned run average.
Well, he deserves a PowerPoint presentation for sure.
Again, the walk numbers, the strikeout numbers, just eye-popping.
And again, he got hit with a comebacker in the calf, and he's pitching at Coors Field.
Yeah.
Against a very good, powerful offense right now that we've seen of late with the Colorado Rockies.
Another 3-2, another foul. It was the 9th pitch of the at-bat. And he walked him. So on the 10th pitch of the AB, it's a walk to Johnston, allowing Tovar to hit. Ezekiel Tovar is grounded into a double play, struck out and grounded out.
Well, you know he's not looking to have a 10-pitch at bat.
Hacking at the first one, pops it up. That'll help. Terang is out. He's calling for it, makes the catch. Side retired. Another 0 put up by this Brewers pitching staff.
The Chocolate Factory.
Back at Coors Field, we head to the 9th. It's a 7-1 lead for the Brewers. And in case you missed it, before today's game started, the Brewers completing a trade. They have acquired right-handed reliever Joel Kuhnel from the Athletics, and when he reports to the club, he will maybe get to face his former team. So the corresponding move there, Quinn Priester transferred to the 60-day IL. Remember, Priester is working his way back in Arizona from that thoracic outlet syndrome. So Kuhnel, 31 years old, a 4.21 ERA. He had 4 saves in 25 games with the Athletics, and last pitched on Thursday at Wrigley Field. It was a tough appearance for him. So if you toss that one out, the 4 runs that he allowed in that game to the Cubs, his season ERA would drop down to a 2.88. So we will get more information about when Kuhnel will join the club, but likely in the next couple days.
Thanks so much, Sophia. He was a Brewer for a very short amount of time, pitched in AAA in Nashville. Was called up a couple of times, but never pitched the Brewers' big league team a couple of years ago. Sal Frelick lines one foul left side. Frelick credited with a 2-run single back in the 7th inning. It was originally an E3, and the official scorer went back and corrected the wrong, in our opinion. 1-2 ripped foul. Stacking series for the Brewers. All you're trying to do is win series over the course of the season. That's what the Brewers have done. 8-1-2 in their last 11 series.
But to have this kind of success on the road, it's not always guaranteed. You need different people to step up every night. Sal Frelick's been swinging it great on road trips, and back at home not so much.
Sal pops it up third base side, foul territory. Karros makes the catch.
Hey, let's take a look at tonight's Tavern of the Game winner, and that's Ted Penn Alley in Waterloo. If the Tavern calls the Milwaukee Brewers by 10 a.m. tomorrow, they'll receive 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer is courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Good to see our Miz trio is back together again. At a moment where we were missing the I earlier, there was a missing M. What are you doing back there? Oh, dropping the phone. We take a picture. Yeah, we got to get selfies because they've been on TV all night. The Miz trio.
I'm Z. This is I and M.
M did not want to take that picture. Did you see that? He's like, yeah, smile. All right, let's get back.
Him and Z haven't talked all night. They have assigned seating. They can't move.
He's signed by Murph and Soph on the other side. Hit foul by Ortiz, who's 68. Did you see 68? I was looking at the roster. Who's 68? Matt Erickson, third base coach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Matt Erickson signed it. There it is, Matty E. I never see Matt Erickson with that number. Of course he's 68. I just don't realize what their numbers are. Appleton's finest right there, Matt Erickson. Ortiz rolls it foul just past Matt Erickson. Matt Erickson before the game working with the shop vac. It's not really a shop vac, but it's the feeder of baseballs that works with his infielders on their hands.
It's like the opposite of a shop vac.
Well, it can push out too. It doesn't just.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Such a cool apparatus.
I think it's really neat how he plugs into its own power source. He didn't have a cord where it's tripping people up going in the dugout. It's a pretty amazing little cube full of power.
Ripped foul by Ortiz. Always doing something to try and make the team better. 1-2 to Joey. Chopper over the mound. Second baseman up with it and throws out Ortiz. And with Julian. Don't forget this copyright telecast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers. See, they're on camera. They're loving it. See, M's happy again. That's an authentic smile. Not like the one that they took in their selfie. The wind is picked up and Mejia may have got something in his eye. Yeah, that wind is howling now. And trainer's going to come out and put some eye drops in there.
Need some Visine.
For a guy that doesn't like doing eye drops himself, watching people get eye drops is.
You don't like doing
it?
For
me. No,
really?
I don't. I hate it.
We used to do it before every game. We used to get these Japanese eye drops. Takashi Saito would give them to us, and we would put them in our eyes, and I mean, you could see fantastic for inning after inning.
Why was it so good?
I don't know. Couldn't read what it said, but they were the best eye drops ever. I still have some. They've probably expired a decade ago.
But you still use them?
Still use them. Any issue with the eye, it doesn't matter. Drop one in.
Surprised there's still. You have some left. Would have been what, 08?
Yeah, I know. You mean eyesight or drops left? Still got them.
All of the
They're
above.
the best.
All of the above. Swing and a miss by Hamilton. Hamilton with a base hit. That bat died a hero. He's got a 4-hit game in the number 9 spot in the order. The Brewers have a base runner in every single inning tonight.
A screaming fastball, 98. I think Hamilton trying to figure out why did that happen. I thought I hit it better. Now he's going to wonder why his bat of his handle is going to end up a keychain or a bottle opener later. But he'll take it. 4 knocks for the kid.
A couple of base hits for Yelich and takes it high. 2 for 4 for Yelich. And that is Drew Rom. Just up from the minor leagues today. He'll get the 9th. 7-1 Brewers lead. Yelich swings and misses. Mejia started the 10th inning in yesterday's game and gave up the 4 runs and picked up the L. One and 2 on Yelich.
I had trouble finding the zone. A walk to Terang and Sanchez. And then threw that changeup. Third best pitch to Bowers. That was a double for 2 RBIs.
Swing and a miss. Yelich is gone, and we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 3 more outs away from another series victory.
At Potawatomi.
Seven to 1, bottom of the 9th inning, and Drew Rom, the newest of the Brewers, is on to try and close this thing out. Braxton Fulford takes ball 1. He's hitting in Julian's spot. Drew Rom this year in AAA Nashville, 22 appearances at ERA over 3, just barely. First big league game for him since 2023. And he throws a strike.
And he's coming off a really good May as well. Won a game. Had a sub-1 ERA in 9 games, 13 innings pitched, just 2 walks and 18 strikeouts.
He has battled a lot of shoulder problems over the last couple of years. Finally healthy and being productive. Former 4th rounder by the Orioles in 2018. That's high. 3 balls and a strike. And swing and a miss by Fulford. Mizorowski for 7 innings of 1-run ball. There's an unearned run. 8 strikeouts, walked 3. Grant Anderson scoreless and hitless 8th inning. Fulford fouls it back. "13 hits tonight for the Brewers offense. They've hit 5 solo homers. Popped him up right side, and that one will get out of play. Five home runs, the most the Brewers have hit in a single game. They hit 4 almost 2 months ago, the 12th of April against Washington. Another Bryce Terang 2-homer game. And strike 3 called. Rom freezes Fulford.
Had to earn that one. 8 pitches, several foul balls later. Paints, heater down and away. Welcome to the Brewers. Take some calibrating pitching at this place. You want to make a good impression, and suddenly you're in the 9th inning of the ball game at Coors Field.
Karros fouls it away. RBI double for him in the 5th inning, the only run for Colorado. Chad Stevens is in the on-deck circle. He will hit for Brett Sullivan next. Brewers looking forward to tomorrow. They'll face Kyle Freeland, a left-hander. He's had good numbers against the Brewers in the past. Shane Drowan will make the start again as Karros goes towards the gap in left center. It's over Churio's head and up and over the wall on a bounce. An automatic double for Kyle Karros. His second double of the game. He's had a nice night.
I think every at-bat has been quality for Karros. I wouldn't be surprised to see him tomorrow batting higher up in the order, higher up than 8th. Even his first at-bat of the game was a line out to center. Since then, it's been more and more quality.
Chad Stevens 1 for 20 this year. Hit against Trevor McGill in the 9th inning, drew a walk, which loaded the bases and set up the game-tying sacrifice fly from Hunter Goodman. Ron trying to pitch around the double. 7-1 the score. Bullpen starts throwing for the Brewers just in case. It's up and away. Late on the fastball, 2-1. 2:10 Central Time. Start tomorrow for the series finale. Have it for you on Brewers TV. 2-2 on Stevens. There's your matchup on the mound. Drowan against Freeland. Second straight start for Shane Drowan. Some beefy numbers there for Freeland.
He got roughed up by the Giants, I believe, last time out.
Struck him out. Stevens is gone. Second strikeout for Rom. One more out to get, and all right, best earned run average for the first 13 starts in franchise history. Jacob Mizorowski behind Kyle Eldred. The Astros there made his season debut in July of 1992. Kyle Eldred, Brandon Woodruff second on the list, CC Sabathia, and Bill Travers in 1976. Ball has popped up behind home plate. Contreras has a beat on it right in front of his own dugout, makes the catch, and the Brewers can go for the sweep tomorrow. A 7-1 victory on a Miz night in Denver.
Absolutely a Mizorowski night. Can't take your eyes off him. He wavered a few times, got right back into the zone. 7 innings of no earned runs, just 4 hits, 8 punch outs. Grant Anderson, Drew Rom come in, get it done, and then the solo home runs. They say that solo home runs don't win the ball game. Well, here at Coors, that was enough. Brewers take it 7-1.
Season high 5 home runs for the Brewers, 2 by that man, Bryce Terang. We got your Brewers postgame presented by Freighter Medical College of Wisconsin. We'll hear from somebody down on the field with Sophia. Tim and I will have it covered for you upstairs. Hear from Brewers manager Pat Murphy as well. We'll be back in just a moment. More reaction on Brewers TV coming up.